Gives you a good feel of what happened last night for the Mariners as they win 6-4 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Welcome, everybody, to Mariner Baseball. Game 2 of this weekend set here in Seattle on a beautiful Saturday evening. Glad you could join us here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers with you. And tonight, another new beginning for the Mariners. One of the heralded pitchers in the organization gets his start tonight. James Paxton, proud son of Lander, British Columbia. Who is this guy? Look at this first-round pick in 09. Didn't sign with the Cubs, then with the Mariners, by the Blue Jays rather, and then the Mariners pick him up in 2010. Clinton Jackson, he makes the usual stops en route here to Seattle. And Mike, what are we looking at with this young man?
Well, I think the biggest thing with Paxton, one, he's fairly local. He's from British Columbia, so I'm sure he has family and friends that'll be here to see his major league debut. And like we talked about Taijuan Walker, can he control all the emotions of getting his first start out of the way here at Safeco Field? That will be a big key for him. Can he find the strike zone early?
Take a look at his minor league numbers. 64 start, 5 over 500. Look at the innings, the strikeouts, and the walks. And he's a big kid, too, a left-hander, 6'4", 220.
Power pitcher. He has an electric fastball. He'll rush it up there tonight. He also has a hard curveball and a changeup. His fastball and curveball is primary pitches for him. Can he get in the strike zone? That's been the big stride for him as you look at those numbers, but the strikeout numbers are tremendous, and at times he's been dominant, so I think that's what the Mariners are hoping to see out of him tonight.
He had a great month of July, which really opened the eyes for folks in the organization, and I think no doubt prompted his arrival here in Seattle.
Well, the biggest part of it, as you look at these numbers, are the 2 walks. 2 walks for him. I think that's the biggest key, trying to get him in the strike zone. If he's in the strike zone, his fastball and his curveball are good enough at this level if he throws him for strikes. Now he's going to get the Rays tonight. They're going to be patient early on to see where he's out. If he can command his fastball early, he can be dominant in this game. I don't think there's any question about that, and that's the reason why he's here now. The 2 walks, that's the biggest improvement.
And that's outstanding, too, and the Mariners could use it. Let's see how he does tonight against Chris Archer. And it's nice to be a part of a guy's new beginning on Salute to Latin Baseball Night. Our good friend Dave Valley just threw out the first pitch. We had a nice little atmosphere brewing here, and we hope it carries over into a W for the Mariners. The Mariners in the race. First pitch, straight ahead.
Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. By Safeco Insurance. Do more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting the Queen of Country, the coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn, October 17th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Welcome back to Safeco Field. Take a look who threw out the first pitch tonight. It's our buddy Val, Dave Val. He still got some heat. That is no Carl Lewis first pitch, I'll tell you that. Nicely done, Val, here at Safeco Field tonight. Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk. As you probably know, the Rays are in the thick of it when it comes to the wild card race in the American League. They are struggling, and they are getting some heat from a number of clubs as we take a look at the American League wild card standings. 2 spots. Rangers right now have 1. The Rays have the other, but the Orioles just a game and a half back. The Indians 2 off the pace, and the Yankees right there as well, just 3 games off the pace. Mariners with a roster move this afternoon. Left-handed pitcher Bobby Laframboise back with the team. It's his 3rd stint with the Mariners this season. Had a nice go of it with the Rainiers. 6-0 with 5 saves. He will be available tonight if needed. But the focus on pitching will be on James Paxton. His first pitch as a big leaguer is coming up. Starting lineups as well. Stick with us right here on Root Sports.
Welcome, everybody, to the corner of Edgar and Dave here in Seattle. This is Safeco Field, and you are tuned in to Mariner Baseball. Tonight, Game 2 of a 3-game weekend set with the Tampa Bay Rays. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew on hand for the debut, the Major League debut. Big left-hander James Paxton. And we are ready for action. And tonight, it's salute to Latin American baseball. So the Mariners are the Marineros tonight. Some of the announcements, many of the announcements, will also be made in Spanish. First pitch in the big leagues for Paxton. Swung on and fouled back. Strike 1 to Desmond Jennings. Umpires for tonight's game: Chad Fairchild behind the plate, Paul Schreiber at first, Jeff Kellogg at second, and Mike Malinsky at third. 72 degrees and calm. Here's Paxton. Big guy at 6'5", throws a lot of legs and arms at you. Desmond Jennings, the leadoff man for Tampa Bay, 0 for 4 last night. on those emotions. We saw this with Taijuan Walker last week in Houston.
It's a tough deal, especially when you're a power pitcher, which Paxton is. You're tempted to overthrow, want to throw too hard. We saw Taijuan kind of ease his way into that first start, and it looks like James is doing the same thing right here.
Bouncing ball, handled by Miller. Jennings is retired. Take a look at the rest of the batting order for Joe Madden's Rays.
Following Jennings, it will be Ben Zobrist. He's been a hot hitter for the Rays. Need to be careful with him. Then it's Longoria. The DH, Delman Young, homered in last night's game. You can see what he's done since joining the Rays here in September. 385 average with the home run. Myers, Loney Rodriguez, Lobaton, the catcher tonight. He will hit 8th, and Escobar, the shortstop, rounding out the 9 for the Rays. AAA numbers, a 4.45 ERA, but 158 hits and 145 and 2/3 innings. That's something that you have to watch today, but 131 strikeouts for him. Again, he has a good fastball and a hard curveball, and if he's able to command those pitches, he should get some strikeouts today. That's the best fastball we've seen so far at 95 miles an hour.
Those jitters out, right?
Yeah. I asked Eric Wedge today, I said, what do you want to see from James? His first start, they're always difficult. And the only thing he said to me was, he says, you know what, Mike? He goes, I want him to come out there and turn it loose, not be too fine, try to work off the corners or any of that. Just go right after the hitters and be aggressive. Trust the stuff that you have. So hopefully that'll be the case with James today.
Gets strike called. Wedge also added that there's no real limits on Paxton. He said his innings are good from what he did down in minor league, so take it as far as he can.
Yeah.
Well, 2 strikes.
So that's where he's in a different situation than Taijuan Walker. Taijuan, they had a limit around 160 is where they wanted to keep him, so that's the reason why they pulled him after 5 innings in each of his 2 starts, and just 1 more start for Taijuan, because then he will be there. James, a little bit different situation for him.
2-2 to Zobrist. Seager charges, takes care of it. Easy play, thrown over to Smoke, 2 down.
And a T-Mobile defense for the Mariners this evening. It'll be Ibanez in left field. Almonte getting to start in center. Saunders out in right. And on the infield, Kyle Seager at third. Miller and Franklin playing up the middle. Justin Smoke with the big base hit last night, back at first base tonight. And doing the catching will be Mike Zunino. I think that will help Paxton also. Zunino, somebody he's certainly familiar with and has thrown to before. So Mike behind the dish tonight with James.
Here's Evan Longoria, broke out the striped socks. Going with the knickers look again. Got the stirrups and everything. Said it's been a frustrating year for him. They're hanging in the wild card chase. Swing on this, 0-2.
And a couple of good fastballs. Again, being aggressive. Like to see that. He's topped out at 96 so far.
There's college ball at the University of Kentucky. Years 2007, 8, and 9.
And now you can see what kind of arm he has. That last fastball at 97 miles an hour.
Longoria, 265 hitter with 28 home runs. The 1-2. Buried that one.
It's a good pitch. Hard curveball. Or Zunino wanted him. Throw it in the dirt. See if he can get Longoria to chase it.
Two. Smack to right field. Backing up Saunders. Easy play. And James Paxton's first inning in the big leagues. A good one. 1, 2, 3. Through 14 pitches to get the 3 outs. Mariners coming back. You imagine being in James Paxton's shoes right now. Wow, I got through that first inning. Yeah, good for him. He went 1-2-3 against the Rays. Now let's take a look at the Mariner batting order against young Chris Archer.
Talented Chris Archer for the Mariners. Leading off, it'll be Brad Miller. Then it's Almonte back in the lineup tonight. Was off last night, but he's in the lineup. He will hit second. Seager, Morales, Raul Ibanez, back-to-back home runs in the last 2 games. 2 more home runs for Raul. He will reach 300 in his career. Then it's Smoke, Saunders, Zunino, and Nick Franklin rounding out the 9 for the Mariners. Chris Archer, talented right-handed pitcher, a 3.14 ERA, 8-game winner this year, 106 innings. He has 75 strikeouts, 33 walks. He'll have a good fastball. He'll be in the low to mid-90s with his fastball, a hard slider, and a changeup. Mariners faced him earlier when we were in Tampa. Actually hit him pretty well. 5 innings. Mariners getting 9 hits, putting 5 earned runs on Archer.
Brad Miller did his damage. He hit 2 home runs against Archer in that contest. First pitch. Fouled out of play. Strike 1. So the Mariners shortstop went 2 for 4 and the run scored last night.
And you can see the numbers again against Archer. Dave just telling you. 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs.
Archer was the loser in that game against the Mariners. Since then, he's gone 2-1. Lost his last start on this road trip at the Angels. Tampa Bay, as you know, in that wild card chase earlier today, Boston beat the Yankees. So now Boston is taking its lead to 8 games over second place Tampa Bay in the American League East. There's Joe Madden, 2-time American League Manager of the Year. His team right now 2-6 on this 10-game road trip. 0-3 at the A's, 2-2 at the Angels, and 0-1 here.
I think right now he's looking at that wild card spot that Boston is playing.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Miller. Off the glove of Loney. Generally one of the real sure-handed first baseman in the league. That was stung pretty well by Miller. So he's aboard.
And the T-Mobile defense for the Rays. Rodriguez getting the start in left field. Jennings out in center. Will Myers in right field. And on the infield, the Gold Glover Longoria at third base. Escobar and Zobrist playing up the middle. Loney, as Dave mentioned, one of the better defensive first basemen, but Miller able to hit the ball by him. Jose Lobaton will do the catching for the Rays tonight. This will be an error on Loney. Again, right to him. You rarely see that. Sure-handed first baseman. The Mariners get their leadoff hitter. Brad Miller on first base. That'll be an error on Loney.
7th error on James as he holds Miller on. And here's switch hitting Abraham Almonte. He's been quite exciting since being called up. Good speed at the top of the order here with Miller and Almonte.
See it 5 for 22. Has a couple of doubles, a couple of RBIs.
Almonte hit in each of his first 5 games. Same thing Ackley did back in 2011. Alvin Davis holds the club record, doing it in 9 games.
He's also tried to show Eric Wedge that he can handle the bat. He has a couple of bunt base hits. Also hit a couple of balls in the gap.
1-0 pitch. Swing on a miss, 1-1. Monte got into last night's game as a pinch runner for Kendrys Morales in the 8th inning and scored on the 2-run, turned out to be game-winning double by Justin Smoke. Wants it down to Loney. Has just the one play. In safely at second is Miller.
See how they score it. Well, he was trying to bunt for a base hit. I think he wanted to bunt that more towards second base, get it past the pitcher, but unfortunately he bunted right to the first base. And the good news, though, Brad Miller moves up to second and gets into scoring position.
Brings up Kyle Seager. 1-3, and the official score tonight is Eric Radovich goes sacrifice bunt.
I like it.
Yep.
And as you will see throughout this series with the left-handed hitters, especially the power guys in the middle of the lineup, Joe Madden will put the shift on, which is what they're doing right here. You know, it's interesting. I saw Julio Cruz. Cruiser was up in the booth yesterday, and we were talking about different things, and bunting was one of the things, and he was saying that he's surprised that more players, especially the young players that can really run, when they get into those situations early in the game, why they don't drop down a bunt because of what we just saw. He said, you know, you end up with a sacrifice bunt, you help your team, you move the runner up, but you might end up with a base hit too. And he goes, I'm surprised that that's not a part of the game. And with Cruiser, people that remember, that was a big part of his game. He was one of the best at it.
Going to be rewarded either way.
Either way, that's right.
One of the great mysteries, Mike. It really is.
Well, it was good to see how Monty dropped one down right there.
Oh, 2.
Mariners last night 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. It's a good night for him. Kyle Seager coming up with one of those base hits.
And let us not forget the third inning. 2 stolen bases. Goody and Franklin. And both scored. There's Nick Franklin. He is batting in a 9-hole for the second night. He went 0 for 3 with a run scored last night. Had the stolen base. Played a solid second base. Here's the 0-2 to Kyle. Way upstairs. That win last night by the Mariners. 6-4 final. Ended a 6-game home losing streak. Mariners on the season 32 up, 38 down here at Safeco Field. Miller with good speed at second. 1-2 here to Seager. There's him back. Archer taking his time. 24-year-old right-hander. Obaton eventually finds it. Miller holds. The count's full. There's Seager with Kendrys Morales on deck.
Morales, team leader in RBIs with 72.
Archer came up through the Cub organization and was obtained from them January of 11 in the Matt Garza deal. Dribbler in front, Lobaton, the catcher will take it. Throws out Seager, down to third goes Miller. 2 outs. Brings up Kendrys Morales. Morales lead the club in doubles with 31, 72 RBIs, tops the ball club. And as you can hear, in addition to Tom Hutler, also getting PA announcements in Espanol. Big one to Kendrys, who was 1 for 3 against Archer back on August 13th.
Looks like Archer's throwing a little bit harder than what we were seeing in Tampa. He's consistently 95, 96 miles an hour here in the first inning.
Morales has done a good job. Runners in scoring position all season for the Mariners. Miller's at third. About back. Chris Archer's had a couple of nice stretches for Tampa Bay. First win this season to beat Baltimore, and then 2 starts later, went 6 innings, beat the Yankees. Then in June, he had 4 consecutive victories. Beat Minnesota, Houston, 1 at Toronto, and 1 at the Yankees. Wins it against Houston and the Yankees with complete game efforts. His 19th start, he's got 2 complete games. And that is second only to the ace of the staff, David Price, who has 3. One to 2. They're building a big pitch count on Archer here in the first inning.
Yep, 20 pitches so far in the first. Last fastball to Kendrick's his best one. He's topped out at 97 now.
2-2. There's a foul ball. RBI performances last night by the Mariners. Smoke with a couple. Rudy drove in 1. Seager knocked in 2. Home run by Raul Ibanez. It was 2-2. That will get through for a base hit, and another RBI for Kendrys Morales. Miller scores, and the Mariners have an early 1-0 lead. 73rd RBI for Kendrys.
The other part of those RBIs last night is 4 of those runs scored with 2 outs. And Morales, we showed you a .331 hitter with runners in scoring position. And we'll add to that with this base hit. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, hits it hard back up the middle. Good look at our McDonald Supermo, and the swing by Morales as he drives this pitch back up the middle. Pick up a run for the Mariners here in the first.
Diving attempt by Zobrist comes up empty. Here's Raul Ibanez. Big swing and a miss. Raul did a great job last night getting on top of a pitch up in the zone and rode it out of here in the 4th inning, leading off in a 1-0 count for his 27th home run. Outstanding numbers there for Raul. 2 away from 300 home runs. Here's the 1-1. It's a right field. Will Myers has an easy play, and that'll do it. Mariners take the lead. 2-out RBI single by Morales scores Brad Miller, and James Paxton's got a 1-0 lead. And we're going to get to AT&T Trivia right now. And it's a good question. 588 Major League players have been born in the Dominican Republic. Which Latin American country/territory ranks second for the most Major League players? Cuba, Mexico, Puerto Rico, or Venezuela? That is an excellent question. I'm going to go with D, Venezuela.
I am going to go with you on D, Venezuela.
Second inning for Justin Smoke. He's got Delman Young, Will Myers, and James Loney, 4, 5, and 6. Young last night 2 for 5 and a home run. This one off the end of the bat foul. Young coming over after being let go by the Phillies last month.
Good first inning for Paxton, throwing just 14 pitches to get through the first. 1, 2, 3 first inning for him. Quickly ahead of Young, 0-2.
Puts it in play down to Nick Franklin. There's the Smoke for 1 out.
Yeah, with 4 outs on the ground. Good to see.
Paxton at 6'5" throws that arm and a leg up at that arm match. That's got to be tough trying to locate that ball coming out of the slot.
Well, I think that's the one thing for him is in this game, he has an advantage in that the Rays haven't seen him. And the first time through, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pick up where the ball comes out and how they can pick it up early if they can at all. What his fastball looks like, his curveball. That's a good fastball. You can see it's easy motion and the ball jumps out of his hand. You take a look at it.
That glove going up in the air, right? Arm, and then where's it coming from? And like you said, it's easy.
It's easy. Has some life to it out in the hitting area.
Bodes well for the Mariners looking ahead because Taijuan Walker's same thing. Next season at 98, eating you alive. 1-1. Myers misses.
So far, the first time through the lineup, he's throwing a lot of fastballs. That's a good idea. Not many curveballs, and we've only seen a couple of his curveballs, a couple of changeups. A lot of fastballs.
James Loney on deck. 3-1. And no, come on back, says Chad Fairchild.
We'll take a look at this. Is a low fastball, and that's definitely far enough. Chad didn't need to get any help from the first base umpire, Paul Schreiber, for that. Called it himself.
3-2 to Myers. Hit down to Seager on the backhand. Takes his time. There's 2 down. Well, tonight's salute to Latin American baseball here at the ballpark. And, of course, one of our Spanish broadcasters, Alex Rivera, does a great job. Let's listen to him call a few pitches. Alex in the front row.
Al bateador Will Myers, y ahora con 2 ahora al bate viene James Loney. Loney 303 de promedio en la temporada, bateando con 2 ahora y las bases limpias. Ahora Paxton se prepara, tiene 5 retirados al hilo, viene el lanzamiento. Bola alta y afuera. Cuentan 1 bola, 0 strike. 1-0 el conteo. James Loney, el primera base de los Rays de Tampa Bay. Lanzamiento viene. Bola mala. Y ahora la cuentan 2-0. James Loney bateando con 2 outs y las bases limpias. Aquí en la segunda entrada de acción. Y James Paxton 25 lanzamientos lleva. 2 outs en la segunda. Viene el lanzamiento. Un machucón por primera base. Se va de foul.
A good listen to Alex Rivera in his 7th year as Mariners Spanish play-by-play voice. He's going to be doing some football coming up a little bit later on in the season. 2-1 to James Loney.
best fastball so far. That one at 98 miles an hour. It's also mixed in a cutter at 91.
Slapped into left field for a base hit. First base hit given up by Paxton. Loney having a good year. Top 10 hitter in the American League. So he's aboard with 2 outs.
Again, a lot of fastballs. This one's at 97. Throws it just off the plate away. Only a 300 hitter. He can handle that. Dumps it into right field for a base hit, but a good fastball at 97.
Loney tied with Torrey Hunter. 7th in the American League starting tonight. Rashawn Rodriguez. Paxton making his major league debut. Danny Hultzen had a simulated game today, throwing to Almonte, Quintero, Trianfel, and Blanco. And the reports were good. Got to watch a little bit of it. Threw nice and easy. Talked to Jason Phillips, bullpen catcher. Just starting out. And did pretty well. 0-2 here to Rodriguez.
Mariners trying to get him ready for the fall league. He's going to pitch some more in the winter when the season's over.
Rodriguez, big part of last night's game, got picked off at second by Carter Capps in the 8th inning.
Yeah, a couple of things in last night's game that you typically won't see from a Rays team. Him getting picked off at second. An error by the center fielder. Jennings dropping a ball in the outfield, which helped the Mariners. They've been struggling lately, though. Not playing their best baseball. Bad time for that.
Way outside. Two count here. Fouled off by Rodriguez.
33 pitches, 19 strikes.
Do it again at 2-2. Count.
I've seen him on a couple of the right-handed hitters, and I like it. He's willing to come inside and come in off the plate with a good fastball. That fastball at 97 and off the plate. He's falling behind the last few hitters.
3-2. Loney takes off, pitch, and it's ball 4.
His first walk. Mike Zunino making a trip out to the mound. Jose Lobaton is going to hit next. 265 hitter with 6 home runs.
It's a giveaway that will give your future Mariners Justin Smoke strength and Felix Hernandez like speed. Boeing Kids Cape Day. It's free to all youngsters 14 and under tomorrow in the finale of this series. And after the game, you're invited down onto the field, the kids that is, to have that cape flap in the wind as they circle the bases here at Safeco Field. Get your tickets, Mariners.com. 2 on here for Tampa Bay. Finds the strike zone again. Lobaton shares the catching duties. Jose Molina. On the strike. Up the middle. Miller throws him out. Joe Madden said yesterday the big problem that Tampa Bay's been having lately is getting hits with runners in scoring position. Today, another example right here in the 2nd inning. 1-0 Mariners. Elliott Bay. Time now for the Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. Active leaders among Dominican Republic players. Active career list. Look at this. Beltre, Pujols, Marcelo Polanco, Ramirez, Soriano, and Big Papi David Ortiz. That is, you can get some hits. Got some wins there, huh?
Well, a few all-star appearances on that list.
That is a good group. Mariners lead 1-0. Kendrys Morales with a 2-out RBI. Justin Smoke 1 for 3 last night. 2-run double in the 8th. He was 2 for 3 against Chris Archer back on the 13th of August.
The Mariners, along with scoring a run, made Archer throw a bunch of pitches. 25 pitches in the first inning.
Hit it well. Deep left field. Headed towards the bullpen. Goodbye! A home run for Big Smokey. Justin Smoke with his 16th homer. And that sounded great coming off the bat. 2-0 Mariners.
Well, we've talked about it with Justin, and at times when he's been hot, especially hitting his home runs, he likes the ball out over the plate. Big man can get some extension on it, and you're right. That's not a cheap one out into the Mariners bullpen. But he jumps on a 2-0 fastball. This pitch probably borderline on the corner. EQC tracer just off the outside corners. You take a look at our McDonald's Supermo and the swing by Justin Smoke and the power as he stays behind that fastball and drives it out into the bullpen.
That is impressive. 16th home run. They're all left-handed.
It's a loud sound, isn't it?
It's a beautiful sound. The boys out in the bullpen love seeing that incoming. Saunders, he puts one in the right field for a base hit. Three of the 4 last hitters, base hit, a home run, and a base hit. Jason Phillips had it all the way, and come on, Philly. He's gonna hear it. He's giving himself the business.
He's great.
That's pretty good. There's Jason Phillips. Well, Justin Smoke will feel a lot better with that home run. The South Carolina Gamecocks got handled earlier today by the Georgia Bulldogs. 41-30. That'll lift his spirits. Here's Mike Zunino. Strike one to Mike.
Dave, you mentioned it earlier, the Mariners stealing a couple of bases in last night's game, and both those runners scored. Saunders, probably their best base stealer. Curious to see if Eric Wedge continues to put the pressure on the Rays, being aggressive on the base paths.
Saunders with 12 out of 16. Zunino in an 0-2 hole. Joe Madden with his pitching coach Jim Hickey. Not been a good road trip. They're 2-6 entering tonight's game. They've got a rugged schedule the remainder of the month. Zunino, strikeout victim. First strikeout for Archer, 1 down here in the second. This season, the Mariners and the Luna family hearing. They're partnering for Senior Sundays here at Safeco Field. All fans 60 and older See $5 off select view or $10 off select main level seats for all Sunday afternoon games. Next event is scheduled tomorrow against these Rays at 1:10. So come on out. Tickets available right now. Safeco Field box office with a valid ID. Nick Franklin, the hitter. Fouls that one into Lobaton's glove for strike one. Back safely is Saunders.
It's been interesting watching Nick off to such a great start when he first came here to the big leagues, and he's been struggling lately. Average dipping for him and having to fight his way through it. Talented kid. You watch the ball jump off of his bat. He just needs to make a few adjustments and he should be fine. He's really done a good job at second base defensively, taking away some hits. Strong arm around the bag turning too.
Good footwork. Defends himself very well at the bag turning double plays. Got a 2-1 count here. Zobrist over to Escobar. Franklin runs well, beats that out.
Well, Nick hits it hard, and good hustle beating this out. See slide by Saunders trying to get in the way of Escobar, the shortstop, take his legs out from under him. It's a legal slide as long as you can touch the base, which Michael did with his hand. You're okay, and Nick beats it. Good call by first base umpire Paul Schreiber.
There's Brad Miller as we get back to the top of the order. Reached on an error by James Loney, the first baseman, sacrificed the second. That got him to third, and he scored on the base hit. There's a drive into the gap. Deep left center. Jennings can really run, and he tracks it down. Nice play. As Miller has a bid for extra bases taken away, but the highlight of the inning on a 2-0 pitch, Justin Small just creams one into the bullpen. Jason Phillips had it, and he'll hear about that later on. 2-0 Mariners. Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. Middle of the order guys providing runs for the Mariners tonight. Kendrys Morales, a first inning 2-out single, and Justin Smoke, leadoff homer in the second. James Paxton, his major league debut. Yunel Escobar batting in the 9-hole, the shortstop for Tampa Bay, leading off. Well played by Miller. The broken bat of Escobar, 1 down.
Good to see Paxton giving up his first base hit and a walk in the second inning. He also had to throw 24 pitches in that inning. He'd like to have a quick one here, and a couple pitches into it, gets a ground ball out.
Such a young Mariner team. Paxton, the 11th Mariner player to make his debut this season. Third to make his debut as a starting pitcher, joining Brendan Maurer and Taijuan Walker.
First time through the lineup. Back to the top of the order, but 6 ground ball outs through the first 9 hitters he has faced.
Pick one to Desmond Jennings, led off the ball game, grounding out to short. Down in that strike zone, 0-2. 1 walk, no strikeouts this far.
I'd like to see the first pitch strikes. 8 first pitch strikes out of the 10 batters he has faced. Trying to mix in his curveball a little bit more.
See, Zanita wanted it down, and that's where it was. First strikeout. Big leagues for James Paxton. Second out here in the 3rd inning. Coming up this fall on Root Sports, it's the high school football game of the week, presented by Papa Murphy's. We're going to kick off the season tonight with the Emerald City Classic. It features the Bellevue Wolverines versus the Skyline Spartans at 9:30. Don't miss your favorite local teams in action this season on Root Sports. That game being played at new Husky Stadium. Kicks off in about 10 minutes. While that tape delay for it coming up later in its entirety. Ben Zobus grounded out to Seager first time. Line drive right field, gone back Saunders. He's there. And an easy inning for James Paxton. 1-2-3 in the 3rd. He's got a 2-0 lead. In his major league debut. Make sure you get on base with incredible savings and freedom of riding Sound Transit. To plan your next trip, visit soundtransit.org. Go Mariners, go indeed.
They're off to a good start, Paxton. 3 shutout innings so far. It's given him just 1 hit. The Mariners scoring a run in each of the first 2 innings. Back towards the top of the lineup, Almonte going to lead off. Batting second in the lineup. I think we need to give him some credit too. He's the one that dropped down a bunt to move up Miller after he was able to reach first on the air and eventually scored on the base hit by Morales.
Longoria creeping in at third. As Abraham takes strike 1. Neither one of these teams do a lot of sacrificing. The Mariners 11th and Tampa Bay 12th. Straightens him up, 1-1. Ball is 1 strike. One.
Should be a good fastball to hit right here. 3-1 count, leading the inning off. Kyle Seager waiting on deck.
One pitch. All right, let's see him run. For his first stolen base attempt, Almonte. Outstanding speed. He's at Kyle Seager. A tapper in front of the plate. The catcher Lobaton threw him out. But it moved Miller to third. He scored easily on a 2-out RBI by Morales in a 2-2 pitch in the first. Archer came up last year with the Rays. Pitched in 6 games, started 4, had a record of 1-3 with a 4.60 ERA.
Well, the Rays will put the shift on again with Kyle, at least on the infield. Escobar, the shortstop, he swung around the other side of second base.
One to Kyle. Hammered foul. Tampa Bay currently holding the second wild card position, but Baltimore's already won. The Yankees lost earlier.
I think you need to keep an eye on Cleveland too. We talked about it, Dave. We were looking at schedules on the road, and Cleveland's schedule. They play in 16 of their games against some of the weaker teams, and they beat up on the Mets today. They beat them 9-4.
So mark that one down. Yeah. So that's another W. Their schedule's all favorable. Kyle tried to take advantage of what they were giving him, fouled it off.
Yeah, Longoria, the third baseman. We showed you the shift, and Longoria had been playing over where the normal third baseman position is, but after the strike, he moved over to where shortstop is. Nobody at third base position, and Kyle tried to take advantage of that. He bunted it foul. That would have been an easy hit for him.
Another team in contention for that wild card, Kansas City. 4.5 back starting tonight. Royals at home lead Detroit 4-3, bottom 8. Seager's got a 1-2 count. Good runner. First baseman Almonte. He takes off. Here's a throw down to second. First major league stolen base for Abraham Almonte.
We'll take a look at Almonte and take off. Powerful runner. What I liked about that is he didn't slow down at all. He went into second base with some speed. Looked like he picked up speed going in as he almost slides over the bag.
Glad to have him here. That's it. Good for him. His first big league bag. He's in scoring position. Seager with a 2-2 count. Kyle strikes out. Second strikeout for Chris Archer. 1 out here in the 3rd inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
Well, Morales clutched up in the first, getting a base hit and driving in Miller. Hit the ball hard back up the middle on a fastball.
Ball 1. Time call. Every time I look at Almonte, I really enjoyed watching him steal that bag. He's from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, and the way he's built, had he been born in the United States, he'd no doubt be a running back for somebody at 5'9", 205 at that speed. Probably or possibly would have played football. Good to have him here in baseball.
Watching him slide into second, I think he would hurt you too. With the speed that he can get behind him.
Wow. Get on you in a hurry.
He's been fun to watch. Intriguing player. See what he can do the rest of the way out for the Mariners.
1-1 here to Morales with 1 out. Going down to 3rd. Oh, he's in trouble. Got him.
And I think he thought the ball was going to get a little bit further away from Lobaton.
He's out 2-5 for out number 2.
We'll take a look at it. The ball will get away from him, and I think he thought it was further away, and unfortunately it was 1 step in a throw for Lobaton as he nails him at 3rd.
Mike Malinsky with the call. So 2 outs now for Morales, swing and a miss. 2-2. Did not go. Let's take another look at that slide at 3rd. Ball clearly beats him there. And they tried to move that left leg, but he still got him before he makes contact with the bag.
Still sliced through the bag. Almost took Longoria out at 3rd.
Strong, man.
Yep.
3-2. Here's a drive to right. Off the bat of Morales. Gone! A home run! Have a night. Kendrys Morales is 2 for 2. That's his 19th home run. And his 74th run batted in. So the Mariners have a 3-0 lead.
Chris Archer, it looked like he tried to trick him with an off-speed pitch. But this pitch ends up middle in the plate. Just a little spinner. Didn't have much bite to it at all. And Morales makes him pay for it with his 19th home run of the year.
He feasted on that one. Second Mariner home run tonight gives them 164 on the season. Swing by Raul. Slap foul. He's got, knocked the iPad out of his hand. iPad mini, oh my goodness. Trying to catch with that? Or some kind of tablet. That didn't work. The Mariners, 3rd in home runs in the American League. Only Baltimore and Toronto have hit more.
The guy had to play a big part of that. He's homered in the last 2 games for the Mariners. 27 on the year for Raul.
Two and two. Raul fly to right was first at bat.
There you go. 21 pitches in this inning. There are 25 pitches in the first.
Two. It's about all the defenders were heading towards the dugout. Escobar took
that was
5
a good pitch.
steps.
You can see on our EQC tracer that was a good pitch on the outside corner. He didn't get the call. Justin Smoke waiting on deck. Hit his 16th home run his first time up. Went the opposite way. Hit it into the Mariner bullpen.
Raul can take advantage. 3-2. Bouncing ball down Maloney. Easy play. And that'll do it. So Kendrys Morales, a 2 RBI night, hits his 19th home run. And the Mariners score for the 3rd consecutive inning, lead it 3-0. Field. Beautiful Saturday evening. All right, the fans went with us at Venezuela, who has second most to the Dominican Republic, the Latin American country / territory. Survey says, indeed, it is Venezuela. 297, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Mexico, Panama, the Netherlands, Antilles, Nicaragua, and Colombia. U.S. Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Jamaica, the Canal Zone, Brazil, Honduras, Aruba, and Belize. And Aruba was formerly a part of the Netherlands Antilles. Ground ball, gobbled up by Seager. Throws out Longoria. 1 out to start the 4th. Another ground ball for James Paxton. That's 7 ground ball outs.
I've seen all these ground ball outs. What that tells you is he throws a heavy fastball. Guys are having a tough time getting it in the air.
Good first pitch, strike at 94. Elman Young, he grounded out to Seager. Seager's already fielded 4 ground balls.
.48 pitches, 28 strikes.
Have a foul.
The other thing he's done an excellent job of tonight is throwing his fastball down in the strike zone.
In that month of July that we showed you, it seemed like all of a sudden light bulb went on.
It happens like that sometimes. Sometimes that's the way it goes. He's a power pitcher, and he's had streaks where he's really pitched well, piling up a bunch of strikeout numbers, and other times he's been inconsistent. But all of a sudden, something happens. You find something in your delivery.
High fly ball left field. Easy play for Raul Ibanez. 2 outs. 4 starts, middle of July for Paxton. This is outstanding.
Only 20 hits in the 30 innings that he had pitched. 21 strikeouts, but the big one is the 2 walks.
2 walks in 30 innings. Will take that anytime. Will Myers will be the hitter, grounded out to Seager. Mariners with the run in each of the first 3 innings. Morales, a 2-out RBI single in the first, a leadoff homer by Smoke in the second, and a 2-out home run by Morales in the third. Two and 0. That was ripped. Base hit. Second hit for Tampa Bay. Loney got a 2-out single in the second.
Not falling behind the count 2-0. He elevates a fastball. Will Myers cheating on a little bit, getting out in front, hits it hard. Solid line drive base hit into left field.
There are little fireworks going on. The Sounders are playing across the street. They must have scored. A nice little cheer here at Safeco Field. There's Loney again. Quick one to James. Former Dodger and Boston Red Sox. Having a fine year. Back with another strike. There's Rays, 7th in batting, 9th in runs, 7th in hits, 7th in doubles, 8th in home runs, and 6th in RBI. I make that in ERA. A little off of that one, and it worked out nicely for him. Franklin throws out Loney, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. James Paxton in his big league debut with a 3-0 lead. Ford Sports. Being brought to you by BNSF Railway, the engine that connects us. By Jack in the Box. Go big at participating Jack in the Box with Jack's really big chicken sandwich combos for only $3.99 plus tax. And by CenturyLink, your link to what's next as we come to you from above the A and Safeco field. Look in from center field, 3-0 Mariners. Couple RBIs by Kendrys Morales, a single and a home run, and Justin Smoke a home run. James Paxton in his first major league start. Smoke will lead it off here for the Mariners in the fourth, followed by Michael Saunders and Mike Zunino. .2-0 pitch, first time up. And Smoke sent it traveling into the Mariners bullpen in left center field, well over the 376 sign. Goes opposite field again. Tattooed again, but this time run down by Sean Rodriguez, one out.
Chris Archer has thrown him a couple of fastballs out over the plate, both of them borderline strikes on the outside corner, and he's hit them both right on the button. This one didn't get enough air under, just a solid line drive out to left field. I think that's something that that's his strength. Get a fastball out over the plate and turn it loose. Bring up Michael Saunders. Saunders with a base hit his first time up, base hit into right field.
So his bunt, takes ball one. I'm told the first fireworks was the start. That was the kickoff. And we think that second eruption we just heard was a goal scored by the Sounders.
That didn't take long.
To Saunders. Takes a strike. Two-one. Talking about the work Tampa Bay has in front of it, trying to hold on to that second wild card. They go home from here, get a day off, 3 with Boston, then come back out on the road, 3 at Minnesota, then back home for Texas for 4, Baltimore for 4, at New York for 3, at Toronto for 3, and that wraps up the regular season.
Now that's a tough schedule. You get Minnesota, okay. Toronto has struggled, but the rest of it is going to be tough. That's why I don't think you can sleep on Cleveland. Their schedule just is really in their favor.
I remember, I have to look it up here, but as I remember, they had the majority of their remaining opponents are sub 500 clubs.
I think, though, yeah, the teams are either in last place or second to the last is what they're going to deal with the rest of the way. 16 games, I think, is what I counted going into today's action. And again, they beat the Mets 9-4. So
3-2, look out.
A little better schedule for them. They do lose Masterson, but
saw that.
that means what, 3 maybe 4 starts that he's not going to be available. That hurts, but the other thing we know about Cleveland is when they start swinging the bats, they can get really hot.
Found that out. Loney feeds to Archer. And there's 2 down here in the fourth. Here's Tom Glasgow.
All right, Dave, thanks so much from the Ford Sports Desk. Let's check in on the AL West leading Oakland A's at home today, taking on the Astros. Dan Straley doing a nice job on the mound for the home team as he delivers 7 strong innings. And at the plate, Jed Lowry comes through. He'll deliver the solo shot in the 7th. Turns out to be the winning run. The A's make it 7 wins in their last 9 games, a 2-1 victory over the Stros as we send it back upstairs.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Here's Mike Zunino. By looking at the Cleveland schedule here in September, they've beaten the Mets the first 2 days, got them tomorrow. Home for the Royals for 3, at the White Sox for 4, at the Royals for 3, home for the Astros for 4, and the White Sox for 2.
There you go. Sox have really struggled.
Yes, indeed. And then the last weekend series is at Minnesota. Which one would you take?
It's up to them. You know what I mean? I mean, if they can't work their way through that schedule, they're going to have to look at themselves. That's pretty good month of September for them.
2-1. And they finish at the Twins for a 4-game set. Nino struck out on an 0-2 pitch his first time.
There's a better count. 3-1 this time around.
And Franklin's on deck. Great young pitcher. Archer to go with David Price, Hendrickson, Cobb. Good looking
Moore going tomorrow.
Yep. Popped it out. Zobrist giving way to Will Myers. And it's the first inning tonight that the Mariners do not score. They go 1-2-3 in the fourth and lead it 3-0. The middle game of a 3-game set. Here you go, our Firestone Complete Auto Care Extra Mile Index all-time leaders, pitchers from the country of Venezuela. And what a crew. Freddie Garcia, Johan Santana and Naron, Felix Hernandez. A lot of wins there. We'll see Felix on Wednesday against the Houston Astros. CenturyLink linked to what's next. The Astros coming into town. Jared Cosart against Taiwan Walker gets his home debut. Jordan Lyles and Joe Saunders and Brad Peacock against Felix. Sean Rodriguez, Jose Lobatona, and Yunel Escobar. Bottom third of the order for the Rays.
This will be another test for James Paxton, falling behind 2-0. He has a lead and he wants to get through this 5th inning. Definitely thinking about that. They even pour that fastball in for a strike.
1 strikeout, 1 walk so far for Paxton. 8 ground balls. 8 ground ball outs. No play for Smokers in the name.
61 pitches, 37 strikes. First pitch strikes to 11 of the 16 batters he's faced. It's topped out at 98 miles an hour. Consistently 95 or better.
2-2 out back. Good pitch. Strikes out Rodriguez. Holding on to Zunino. That's the second strikeout for James Paxton.
We talked about his ability to pitch inside to right-handers, and this is 97 miles an hour that ties up Rodriguez. It's in just off the plate. He can't get to it. Late swing.
Well, you hate to jump the gun, but you can't help but think ahead to March next year. Going to spring training, this guy, Taiwan, Felix Kuma, and Hultzen should be ready by then, too.
Well, with James, I think the main thing is it's something that we've been hearing about with him, and that is the arm and the type of stuff that he brings to the mound. It's just a matter of whether he can control the strike zone, and so far tonight, he's been pretty good. Only one walk for him. You can see all the ground ball outs. He's basically used a fastball. He's been between 75 and 80% of his pitches have been fastballs. There's a curveball on a weak swing.
Fooled Lobaton in a big way. 1-2.
If James starts to mix this pitch in a little bit more, you're going to see more swings like it, because you just have to get it going to catch up to his fastball. And that swing looked like he was underwater. Now he's laid on the fastball.
One out, nobody on, and a 1-2 count to Lobaton, the catcher in the 8-hole. Broken bat. Ground ball to Nick Franklin. And Nick throws him out. That's the 9th ground ball out. Second to Nick Franklin. That bat was a little scary going by the on-deck circle. Hey, kids, don't miss your last chance to run around the bases this season. Following tomorrow's 1:10 start against these Rays, all youngsters 14 and under. You're invited down on the field to circle the diamond one last time here in 2013. Pick up tickets now at any Mariners team store or online at mariners.com. Yunel Escobar grounded out to Brett Miller in his first at bat. Tell you what, you cannot beat this combination. Working at a good pace and throwing strikes.
I think you have to give Zunino a lot of credit too. It looks like James is just going with whatever he puts down. He's going to give his best effort on that pitch.
Oh, a little wrinkle in that one. 1-2.
I haven't seen him shake him off yet, so you're right. He's working at a good pace.
Charging is Seager. Throws, got him. 1-2-3 inning. That's outstanding. James Paxton from Ladner, BC. About 300 people said to be coming down to see him tonight, and they like what they see. 3-0 Seattle. Puget Sound Acura dealers. Visit your Puget Sound Acura dealers to test drive the extremely new MDX. Still plenty of sunlight here. The sun's starting to set here. Always some great shots right here at Safeco Field where the Mariners lead at 3-0. Over the Tampa Bay Rays, very much in a playoff hunt. Mariners beat them last night 6-4 and have the lead this evening behind James Paxton, who's thrown 2-hit ball through 5 innings in his major league debut. New pitcher for the Rays is Alex Torres.
Left-hander, he's been a good one for the Rays this year. Impressive numbers across the board, but Mariners able to chase Chris Archer, talented right-hander of the Rays, chase him early in this one. But Torres will take over and pitch here in the 5th.
Second time the Mariners got to Chris Archer. Nick Franklin will lead it off.
And numbers for Torres, 31 games he's pitched in. How about the ERA? 1.29 ERA, 54 strikeouts over the 48 2/3 innings for Torres. Only giving up 22 hits. 22 hits in 48 2/3.
Dependable. That's good stuff. Hit it on the screws. Straightaway center. Over Jennings' head. To the fence. And Franklin will hold with a double. 16th double for Nick Franklin. Good start to the Mariner 5th.
Jennings playing shallow, and this looks like a changeup that's up in the zone. It is. And Nick Franklin able to stay on top of it and drive it over the head of Jennings. Swing by Nick, the switch hitter. Bring up Brad Miller. Brad's 0 for 2. He has scored a run in the game, so his job is to move Nick up.
Fifth Mariner hit this evening. Bunt down the third, a beauty. Oh, what a pick by Loney. My goodness. What a play, because you had Longoria right in the hip pocket of Torres. How did Torres even make the grab and make the throw?
They were almost tangled up. Torres got off to the mound in good shape. It looked like he hesitated once he was off the mound. Fine bunt by Brad Miller. And Longoria decided to come get it. And he almost hit Longoria in the back of the head as Loney made that play.
Terrific pick. Loney with a nice backhand.
A sacrifice bunt for Miller. Second one of the game for the Mariners. Almonte, who's stepping in, had a sacrifice bunt in the first. Rays will bring their infield in, try to cut the runner down at the plate.
Almonte turns around, bats right-handed. Have had a base runner on in every inning but the fourth. Almonte with a sacrifice and a walk and a stolen base. Pitch out, nothing doing.
And that pitch out was because Almonte was in the batter's box, stepped out and asked him to go through the signs again. Joe Madden thinking maybe something was on. And by doing that, Almonte gets in a good hitter's count, 2-0.
Inside 3-0. On deck is Kyle Seager. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Eric Wedge's club 3-0 lead. Morales is driven in 2. Smoke driven in a run. Almonte looks at strike one. Loney moving in a few more feet. First base. Here's a 3-1. Bunt. Way at the plate. Missed it. Scoring is Franklin. Almonte safe. He got it down. What a beauty.
He's fun. He is a lot of fun. It looked like a safety squeeze. It wasn't a suicide squeeze. Franklin did not break until he saw that the ball was down on the ground. But a good bunt by Almonte. Here you can see Nick Franklin at third base. On a suicide squeeze, he would take off early. He doesn't do that. He waits. He sees right here. Bunt down. Okay, now he takes off for the plate. And it looked like Torres was going to try to flip it with his glove. But another bunt by Almonte. He's dropped down a couple of them now.
He gets a sacrifice and an RBI. And the Mariners get another run. Small ball coming to the Mariners here in September.
I thought it was interesting after the game last night, Eric Wedge and his comments. We were talking about the steals during the game last night.
Right.
Dave, and Eric said that it's something that he's going to do more of just because of how much youth he has in the lineup, and he's to take advantage of that. And why wait around?
Now you got some wheels. Make it happen.
Almonte already with a stolen base in this game. He stole second, his first career stolen base.
Third RBI for Almonte. Strike one, Nakai. Strike to Seager, 0-2.
Yeah, sacrifice RBI, fielder's choice on the play. No hit for Almonte.
In sight to Seager, 1-2. One-two count for Seager. Big shift in the infield for him. And he takes ball two.
I think that helped out Kyle.
Yeah.
That's a good pitch.
A 2-2 pitch. Almonte at first. One out. That's this from the center field. Jennings has it in his sights, makes the play. 2 outs. Let's see what the latest is from Tom Glasgow.
David, thanks. From the Ford Sports Desk, I don't think there's any doubt that one of the highlights at Safeco Field in 2013 was Ken Griffey Jr.'s induction into the Mariners Hall of Fame. And if you would like to own a piece of Ken Griffey Jr. history, there are still just a few limited edition Hall of Fame commemorative bats. These are autographed by Jr. It benefits charity, and if you'd like to order one, make sure you go to seattlechildrens.org. Let's send it back upstairs.
All right, thank you, Tom. What a night for Kendrys Morales, 2 for 2. First inning single with 2 outs and a home run in the third.
This will be his first at bat, hitting right-handed. The RBI single and the home run both hitting left-handed for Kendrys. 281, 19 home runs on the year. Team leader in RBIs with 74.
Takes a strike from Alex Torres. Almonte runs. Ball put in play. Escobar has to play at first and throws out Morales. But an RBI by Almonte on the safety squeeze scores Nick Franklin. Mariner lead now 4-0 for James Paxton in his major league debut. Seattle, and we take a look at the Mariners calendar being brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Wrap it up with Tampa Bay tomorrow. Houston comes in for 3, then we embark on our final road trip on Thursday. St. Louis, Detroit, and Anaheim. And coming up in the Astros series, come on out, Jared Cosart, Taijuan Walker, Jordan Lyles, and Joe Saunders, Brad Peacock, and Felix Hernandez in our Century Link to what's next. James Paxton tonight. No runs on 2 hits, through 5, 10 ground ball outs.
See how he does now, working through the lineup for the 3rd time in this game. Leadoff hitter Jennings stepping in.
Jennings with a ground out to short, strikeout tonight.
A lot of fastballs from Paxton. He's been about 75% of his pitches have been fastballs tonight. Another good one, 94.
The hits tonight by Loney and Myers for Tampa Bay. Two and one. Jennings, Zobrist, and Longoria at top of the order. Elliott charges. Quick flip to get Jennings. The 11th ground ball out. And that's the 4th one fielded by Brad Miller.
Again, he's been pitching down in the zone with his fastball. This fastball at 95 down at the bottom of the strike zone. Seen a lot of that tonight.
Bring up Ben Zobrist. Ground out to 3rd and a line out to right.
The Mariners on the offensive side of things, Dave. We saw last night the Mariners stealing a couple of bases that turned into a couple of runs for him. And tonight, 3 sacrifice bunts, which has also turned into a couple of runs for him. Mixing it up. Also a couple of solo home runs in this one for Morales and one for Smoke. So.
And they get a stolen base from Almonte. Good stuff. Seager backhands, throws across. Oh, and off the glove.
Yeah, Justin tried to keep his foot on the bag as he was reaching out. Long throw for Kyle. And he tried to keep his foot on the base.
E5.
Looked like it went off the end of his glove. We'll take another look at it. Kyle, if they're on the line, gets rid of it in good shape. Pulls Justin. Stretched him out about as far as he can go as it goes right off the end of his glove.
13th error for Seager. Brings up Longoria. Man aboard. Longo tonight with a fly to right and a ground out to third. Two no's, Zanino going out for a quick word.
Paxton at 81 pitches so far. Mike wants to make sure he stays aggressive. He's been aggressive the entire game. He'll start to back off now. 48 strikes out of the 81 pitches.
Chop foul, 2-1. Bottom 5 in Anaheim. Angels lead Texas 5-2. Time call. Two-one pitch. High drive, deep left field. That's not coming back. Off the scoreboard. Longoria, 29th home run, RBI 73-74. We're talking about the sound that ball made off the bat of smoke. Not quite as loud, but pretty resounding nonetheless.
And this is on a fastball. He goes out and gets it.
Delman Young, strike one. Got all of it. Back with another strike. Young tonight's grounded out and flied out. Tom Wilhelmsen warming up. Did not go.
This guy's got his arms all over the place.
James at 86 pitches, probably be over 90 by the time he gets out of this inning. Wouldn't be surprised if this is it for him.
One and two. Swing and a miss. Got Zanino on top of the helmet. Strikeout number 3 for Paxton. 2 outs here in the 6th.
A few more breaking balls now. This one down in the dirt. You can see the follow through. It'll hit Mike right on top of the helmet.
Brings up Will Myers. Got the second hit of the night against Paxton. That was in the 4th inning. Base hit the left on a 2-0 count. Breaking ball misses. Ball for strike one. Will Myers obtained from Kansas City to James Shields trade. Making a scoring change. Almonte gets a base hit and an RBI.
Good for him. should have had a base hit, because I think if Torres, even if he tries to field that, I don't think he throws him out at first.
Eric Radovich is the official score, making a change. Ball and 2 strikes here to Myers. 2 outs, couple of runs in. Two and 2.
Still throwing hard. 98 miles an hour on that last fastball, and he's at 91 pitches now.
Two. To right field. That'll. No, look out. Smoke had it. And Franklin's down.
I think maybe he was kicked in the back of the head.
Yep. Second hit for Myers. And this is not good.
Looks like the head trainer, Rick Griffin. And that was scary. I was worried about them getting tangled up with their legs, but I think as he tried to get out of the way of Justin when Justin was trying to make the catch, maybe hit him with his knee.
He's not moving. I think he got a head shot.
And we'll take a look at it. Justin going back, goes off of his glove.
Boom. Right.
Yeah, hit him
right
with
there.
his knee. That's a big man, too, Justin Smoke. And his knee catches him right in the back of the head. Oh.
Eyes up. It's a good sign. It's a stunning blow.
Yeah. He's going to stay in there, showing some toughness.
Good for him. It's like that time, what was it, San Diego? He got hit. Remember, his state, I kept giving him attaboys. I'm trying to remember the injury, but it was either Texas or San Diego when he got hurt. And he was limping around. The guys were giving him attaboys as he was coming, as they were going back out in the field. He was trying to take an extra blow. I remember that. Paxton get a chance to throw a couple extra pitches. Scary stuff.
I want to bring up the first baseman, James Loney. Loney tonight is 1 for 2 out of base hit to left field his first time up, and then grounded out to second base in the 4th inning.
So Loney right now represents a tying run. There's 2 outs here in the 6th. Only got the first hit of the ballgame for Tampa Bay with 2 outs in the 2nd inning.
And Tom looks like he's ready to go in the pen. You have the right-handed hitting Rodriguez on deck. Might be the last hitter here for James Paxton. He is at 93 pitches now.
Should have been out of this inning. 1-1. Cincinnati. Thank you, Cassidy Callahan. The bunt off the knee in Cincinnati. That's where it was. We heard the name. Runner goes. This one well hit right field, but right to Saunders, and that'll do it. So James Paxton gets through 6, gives up 2 runs on 2 hits, an error and a man left. 6 complete. Nick Franklin toughing it out. 4-2 Mariners. Lots to like about what James Paxton has done through 6. He's more than likely done. Here's Raul Ibanez against Alex Torres. Ibanez smoking Saunders here in the home 6, 5, 6, and 7. Raul will fly out in the ground out tonight.
Well, it was a comfortable lead for the Mariners. A little bit tighter now after the 2-run home run by Longoria.
Shift on for Raul. 3-0 count. Mariners scored a run in each of the first 3 innings and added another in the 5th. 4-0 lead before Tampa Bay just put 2 on the board. And Raul will take the 4-pitch walk. First walk issued by Torres since coming on in relief for starter Chris Archer. We'd like to welcome Wave broadband subscribers from across Washington and Oregon. Thank you for rooting on the Seattle Mariners, and all of us here at Root Sports and the Mariners appreciate your support. Brings up Justin Smoke. Batting left-handed, a home run into the Mariner bullpen beyond the left center field wall, and a gap shot that was run down by Rodriguez. Still looking for the elusive first home run hitting right-handed this season. Foul ball. Strike 1. The 0-1 Smoke. Giving him the business pretty good around the batting cage today about pitcher thrown over.
We're having fun.
Step and a half lead. Come on, what are you doing? Pitcher threw over about 5 times last night.
Jamie Wright, former Mariner, getting loose in the pen for the Rays. Yeah, I asked him, I said, you've been doing a little extra work with Brumley on your base stealing that we don't know about? Rays hasn't had an attempt this year, but they continue to throw over first base.
2 balls, 1 strike. Mariners got a first inning 2-out RBI single by Morales, a leadoff homer by Smoke in the 2nd. Morales 2-out homer in the 3rd, and a bunt single scoring Franklin from Almonte in the 5th. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. Banya's at first. Pitch. Straighten them up. Full count. Deck hitters Michael Saunders is 1 for 2. Get a reload here. Do it again. Mariners 2-2 on the season against Tampa Bay. Got these guys really late in the season. Last year the Mariners went 4-6 against the Rays, 2-1 here at home. 3-2. Good ripped by Smoke.
Well, Torres has been mixing it up. Fastball and changeups to Smoke. Unusual shift. You don't see it very often with a right-handed hitter shifting everybody over to the left side of the infield. It's rare to see that.
Torres ready, another 3-2 offering. And he strikes out Smoke. Torres' first strikeout. 1 out. Here in the 6th, coming up this fall on Root Sports, it's the high school football game of the week presented by Papa Murphy's. We kick off the season tonight. The Emerald City Classic features the Bellevue Wolverines versus the Skyline Spartans. It's 9:30 tonight here in Root. Don't miss your favorite local teams in action this season on Root Sports. Outside to Michael Saunders.
Michael, base hit into right field in the 2nd inning, also grounded out to first.
Good count here for Saunders.
Torres has not been sharp. So far 31 pitches, just 15 strikes, 16 balls for Torres. First pitch strikes just 3 to the 8 batters he has faced. Jamie Wright still throwing in the pen for the Rays. I think James Paxton may be finished. It looks like Tom is back up in the Mariner pen. There's Tom.
Good spot here for Saunders. 2-0. Chops it foul. Two-one pitch with Ibanez at first. Torres set. Here's 2-1. Popped up the bunt, foul. 2-2. Long and bad here for Saunders. Pop-up bunt. 2nd inning last Monday in a 3-1 loss at Kansas City. 2-2. Slicing drive, left center field. Rodriguez not gonna get it. Raul Ibanez to third, getting the wave on. He's gonna score on the RBI double by Michael Saunders, and the Mariners have a 5-2 lead. Saunders with his 18th double, 40th RBI. 41-year-old Raul Ibanez scoring from first.
Great read by Raul. Ball was hit. Left fielder Rodriguez was trying to go over and cut it off, but Raul gets down to second in a hurry, and as soon as he sees that he gets by him, he turned on the speed. Saunders hit it hard. You mentioned a long at bat, a lot of waiting in between pitches. But he wins the battle with a solid line drive. His second base hit of the game. That went into the gap, and that will be it for Torres as Joe Madden will come out and go to Jamie Wright.
Mariners swinging the bats tonight. 5-2 lead. One out here in the sixth. A man at second. The guy they call the big handsome, Jamie Wright, one-time Mariner, 18th year in the big leagues. 5-2 lead for Seattle. Michael Saunders just doubled in Raul Ibanez. And the third pitcher tonight for the Rays is former Mariner Jamie Wright. His career began back in 1996.
Well, the veteran right-hander will take over. 55 appearances on the year for him. He's pitched well. 3.03 ERA. Opponent's average 2.38. He's given up 3 home runs this year.
He's had quite a caravan in his big league career as he throws to Mike Zunino, who's 0 for 2, strikeout, fly to right.
Mariners tonight 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position.
Jamie Wright, 6 years in Colorado, 3 in Milwaukee, 2 in Kansas City, 2 in Texas, 2 in Seattle, 1 in Tampa, 1 with the Giants, the Cardinals, the Dodgers, and Cleveland. Swing and miss, 1-1. 11 years in the National League, 7 in the American League for Jamie Wright. Saunders, outstanding speed at second base. Oh, he broke way too soon. His meat.
Tried to time it. The veteran Jamie Wright decided to hold the ball that time and cost Michael. See Michael, he gets his lead and takes off early. He tried to time it. And it didn't work out for him.
So 2 outs down, a 1-1 count to Mike Zunino. Two and 1. Tom Wilhelmsen's going to get the call for the 7th. 2-1. Takes it to ball 3. Rick Franklin's on deck. 2 down. Pass Darren Brown, the third base coach. Full count. The glove of Escobar for a base hit. Mike Zunino with his first hit tonight. He's 1 for 3.
He gets a fastball in the middle of the plate. Jamie Wright going right at him. Hits it hard back up the middle. We're here in the 6th inning. Mariners with 8 hits and 5 runs.
Nick Franklin get a chance now to swing against 38-year-old Jamie Wright.
Nick was 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up center field, hit it over Jennings' head. Wow, that was
He hits this one deep to right center field. One hop off the fence. Zunino to third. He's coming around. Here's the throw to the plate. It's not in time. RBI double, Nick Franklin. 6-2 Seattle. Back-to-back doubles for Nick. Picks up an RBI, his 43rd. 16th, make that his 17th double.
Jumps on a first pitch fastball, middle of the plate, and hits it hard. We were talking about Nick early in the game. Ball really jumps off his bat. Ball short hops the fence out in right center field. It's deep out there. Mike Zunino showing some speed coming around, scoring from first.
Raul scored from first on a double. Now Mike Zunino. Mariners 14th, maybe point 11th in doubles entering tonight. Doubles tonight, 2 in this inning. Brad Miller in an 0-2 hole. Jimmy will tag. Safe, missed him. And now we're going to say one out of the baseline.
Yeah.
Chad Fairchild, the home plate umpire, making a call. Eric Wedge coming out.
Most of the time you can have a step. They want you to stay in that lane. He's on the line trying to avoid the tag, and then he gets way out there on the right foot.
That'll do it. A productive inning for the Mariners, who lead 6-2. Field. Beautiful, cool, breezy evening here in Seattle as we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the ball game. And here we go, Mr. Paxton. Paxton in his major league debut. Mike, good stuff.
I thought it was a really good outing for Paxton. You can see the curveball there, but primarily it was his fastball, topping out at 98 miles an hour. A lot of ground ball outs, keeping his fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. And there's another curveball. That's a pitch I think we'll see more of as he continues to get his starts to finish up the season. But overall, you had to be impressed with his stuff. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Only one of them was earned. That was the home run by Longoria. 1 walk. That's a good sign for him. 3 strikeouts, 95 pitches for Paxton. So a good first outing for him. At times dominant.
With the beard, you can almost mistake him in a quick look for Big Tom, who takes over.
49 appearances for Tom. 4.31 ERA. Opponent's average is 2.06 against him. He's given up 2 home runs this year. Good outing for Paxton. I was impressed. With his stuff.
That fastball was really good. Here's David DeJesus pinch hitting. Pinch hitting for Sean Rodriguez. Ball 1 to DeJesus. David pinch hit last night in the 8th inning. Took a ball to the track in right field. It was caught.
Bobby Lafron Boyce getting loose in the Mariner pen. Showed up today and looks like he might get some action in this one.
Bobby recalled again here today. 2-0. Two and 1 to David DeJesus. Team recently went from the Cubs to the Nationals to here with the Rays. Al Humpson, 3 and 1. He was as on the money as any closer at the beginning of this season. Lobaton is the on-deck hitter.
You're right about that, Dave. But again, Tom with plus stuff. He has a plus fastball. His curveball is one of the best curveballs you're going to see. But if you're falling behind hitters and you can't command the strike zone, doesn't matter how hard you throw, you're eventually going to get hit. That's where Tom's struggles have come, being able to command his fastball.
And he walks the first man he faces here in the 7th. Here's Tom Glasgow.
Dave, thanks. Let's check in on the American League leading wild card team, the Texas Rangers in Anaheim, facing the Angels. Derek Holland starting for Texas. The Angels get to him for 3 runs right out of the gate in the first inning. Then in the 3rd, Chris Iannetta will single. That will score Eric Ibar. And right now the Angels in control, 8-2 in front of Texas in the 7th. Back to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you. Leadoff man's aboard via the walk. David DeJesus, the pinch hitter. Now the catcher, Jose Lobaton. A couple of ground outs for him tonight. See that front shoulder fly open a lot sooner than it used to. 2-0.
Yeah, the bullpen has been taxed. You look at the Mariners, they have 20 straight games, and this is the 16th out of the 20, so I wouldn't be surprised if Medina probably not available. Maybe even Charlie, even though he had last night off. Charlie's been pitching a lot lately, so some of those other guys out on the pen, if you take a look at Bobby Lafron Boyce getting loose, some of the other guys are going to have to get it done for him.
2-0. 6-2 Mariner lead. Way inside 3-0. Restless crowd among the 17,773.
They know it's important to throw strikes when you're ahead by 4 runs, especially as we get later in the game. And Tom right now, 9 pitches, 2 strikes.
Lays that one in, 3-1. So 3-2 now. Tom's confidence could use the old double play right now.
That would help.
Three and 2. Wow, walked it. So Wilhelmsen walks the first 2 men that he faces. And he's in some trouble here with the bottom of the orders. We take a look at today's cold hard facts, brought to you by Coors Light. Tribute to Latin American baseball tonight. Most populated Latin American countries: you get Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, Peru, and Venezuela. And the largest metro areas: Mexico City, Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, Rio de Janeiro, Bogota, and Lima, Peru. 21.2 million in Mexico City. My goodness. And they're going to host the 2016 Olympics.
In the meantime, Carl Willis.
Not surprised to see him out there.
No, not at all. Tom so far 12 pitches, only 4 strikes for him. So Carl trying to get him back in the strike zone. Chance Ruffin is getting loose, the right-hander now, so double barreled out in the bullpen.
Juno Escobar. Escobar 0 for 2. Ground out to short, ground out to third. A couple of free passes starting off Tampa Bay here in the 7th. Mariners by 4. Breaking ball. Hey, Escobar flinching. Strike 1.
We talked about his curveball. It's one of the best as he buckles Escobar on that first pitch strike.
Escobar 1 for 3 against Wilhelmsen. Here comes the 0-1. Another breaking ball for strike. 1-2. Ball hit foul.
We were talking about Tom, and earlier this year when he was so dominant, he could get ahead of you with his fastball, and his fastball was anywhere from 95 to 98 miles an hour and eventually put you away with the curveball, and now he's having to use his curveball to get ahead.
0-2. De Jesus, the pinch hitter, he walked. So did Lobaton, the catcher. 1-2 now to Escobar. Two and 2. Gets away from Zunino. Throw down to third. Safe. Both runners advance. De Jesus the third, Lobaton the second, and the count is full to Escobar.
That will be a wild pitch, curveball in the dirt. We'll take a look at the curveball. Tom missed with a few fastballs, comes back with the curveball.
Two. Get out of play. Big spot for Wilhelmsen, looking for the first out of the inning. Pitch. Fly ball right field. Saunders steadies and throws to Jesus Holtz. Great throw by Sundo. 1 out.
Strong arm.
Big out for Tom Wilhelmsen.
Didn't think the Rays would try to run. Down 4 runs. Shallow fly ball. You see Tom gets behind it, does everything right, and throws a strike.
Top of the order, Desmond Jennings, who's 0 for 3. Strike 1 to Desmond. Jennings 0 for 4 against Wilhelmsen.
Middle infielders playing back. They'll give up a run for an out here.
Breaking ball popped up. Miller just on the outfield grass. 2 outs. Wilhelmsen an out from getting out of hot water. Brighten up the middle of your work week. Spend Wednesday evening in a sea of yellow shirts when you join the Kings Court as Felix faces the Astros. Grab your very own Kings Court t-shirt, K-Card, ticket for only $30 when you visit Mariners.com/Felix. And Zobrist will be the hitter. Been 1 for 3 against Wilhelmsen. There's Felix between Kendrys Morales and Henry Blanco. All 1 to Zobrist, who is 0 for 3. Behind 2-0.
That was a changeup. First changeup he's thrown and missed off the plate away.
Strike 2-1.
25 pitches in the inning for Tom.
Trying to get that magic back. Two and 1. High fly ball, long run. Saunders, he's under it, and Tom survived. He walked the first 2 guys. They advance the second and third, and he escapes. Hangs up a 0 on the board as we go to the home 7th. By Washington's lottery. Last year, Washington's lottery turned 28.6 million Washingtonians into winning heirs. They can do the same for you. Thanks to Washington's lottery, winning heirs are made daily. Good to have you with us on a very pleasant Saturday night here in Seattle. Mariners lead at 6-2 in the second of a 3-game set. The Tampa Bay Rays, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew, 17,773 here. And taking over Wesley Wright. Used to see him with, what was it, Cleveland, right?
Wesley Wright, Houston.
Oh, Houston, that's what it was. I'm thinking of Tony Sipp.
62 appearances for Wright on the year, a 3.91 ERA, 47 strikeouts, giving up 7 home runs this year. So he will take over for Jamie Wright. That's a good example of why the Rays have been struggling lately, Dave. Tom struggling, walks a couple of batters, able to work his way out of it. They just have not been able to come up with big hits.
So Madden said, it's simple as that. The pitching's been pretty good, the defense been good, just not getting the big hits. Hence they're 2-6 on this road trip. They're just trying to put 7 on them. They can close this deal out here. Almonte, Seager, and Morales 2, 3, and 4 for the Mariners in the home 7.
Good night for Almonte. Sacrifice bunt his first time up, walk, steals a base in the 3rd, and then a bunt base hit to drive in a run. That was in the 5th inning.
His first major league stolen base. His 3rd RBI.
And a good job by Tom. After walking a couple of batters, he was clearly struggling out there, but was able to work his way out of that inning by himself.
And what gutted it out he needed. That's good thing for him moving forward. 1-2. Fly ball right field for Will Myers. 1 out. Ballpark Empire. It's the video game that puts you in the owner's suite. Is now available free on iPhone and iPad. Build your stadium and make the decisions to guide your team to the World Series. Download MLB Ballpark Empire free today. Data and usage rates may apply. Brings up Kyle Seager. 0-for-3 night for him. First pitch to Seager.
Looks like Ruffin is going to take over for Tom. He started throwing again in the pen.
Wesley Wright, sneaky fast. That will stay foul. Ball with 2 strikes. Angels lead. Bottom of the 7th. They have bases loaded, 1 out over Texas. One, 2. Kyle's working 2-2 count.
Not good for the Rangers. And he's already a winner today. They beat Houston at home 2-1.
Slow breaking ball. Strikes out Seager. Second time he's K'd tonight. 2 down. Morales has had a good night. 2 out RBI single in the first. A 2 out solo home run in the third. 2 for 3. Kansas City wins tonight 4-3 at home against Detroit. We were talking earlier over the last few days with the Mariners having an opportunity to play spoiler. They can hold on tonight. It's really going to be costly to Tampa Bay. Teams pursuing the Rays: Baltimore, Cleveland, New York, and Kansas City. The Yankees the only team that lost.
Joe Madden aware of all of that. It's a tough time. They're a struggling team.
Morales has got a 1-1 count. Flips it over to Loney's head for a base hit. A 3-hit night for Morales.
It's one way to beat the shift. Put the ball away from it. Solid line drive into right field. Pitch off the plate away. He just stays with it and lines it into right field. Didn't try to do too much.
First hit for Morales against Wesley Wright. Bring up Raul, who's 2 for 5 against Wright.
Earl 0 for 2 in this game. He did walk in the 6th inning and scored a run.
No one. Fastball for a strike. 1-1. Laid off of that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike to Raul. Mariners score runs in each of the first 3 innings, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th.
Joe Madden, it seems that he just puts the shift on every hitter. Zobrist, the second baseman, playing out in shallow right field. Longoria, the third baseman, over on the other side of second base now.
2-2 now to Raul. 2 outs and a man aboard.
You can see Zobrist out on the grass.
All is gone. So are the Mariners. I'll throw down the first completed. And that'll do it. No runs, no 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Chance Ruffin will get a chance. He'll make his 2013 debut here at Safeco Field when we come back. on Root Sports being brought to you by Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Mazda, we believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Gorgeous night, Safeco Field to see. Mariners lead at 6-2 in Game 2 of the 3-game set against the Tampa Bay Rays. Veteran Andy Chavez takes over in left field for Raul Ibanez. Raul's night is done. Defensive replacement in left field and making a Safeco Field 2013 debut is Chance Ruffin.
Chance just one appearance on the year when it's averaged 167 against him. An inning and 2/3, 3 strikeouts.
The game-winning home run and extra frames against Mike Moustakas on the final day in Kansas City. That was on Thursday.
Typically at this point in the game you would probably see Medina out there, but he's pitched a lot. I'm sure he's probably not available tonight, giving him the night off. Lucas Litke getting ready out in the pen. Probably the same thing with Charlie.
Line drive, base hit off the bat of Evan Longoria to start the 8th for Tampa Bay. It is time for us to give you a standing ovation. Friday the 27th of September is Fan Appreciation Night at Safeco Field. We're going to be giving away prizes every inning, including round-trip tickets on Alaska Airlines, a Holland America cruise, plus one lucky fan will drive off in a brand new Ford C-Max Hybrid. After the game, we're going to put on a spectacular fireworks show, so make sure you get your tickets at Mariners.com. The hitter's Delman Young.
Delman 0 for 3. Did homer in last night's game.
Swing and a miss. Two. Swing and a miss. He got him. 3 pitches. Nice breaking ball.
Take a look at this breaking ball from Chance Ruffin. 2 innings of work for him since he's been recalled. He has 4 strikeouts.
There's Will Myers. Outside, Chance Ruffin coming over from Detroit to complete the earlier deal. He came over August 17th, 2011. The earlier deal was July 30th of that year. And the deal that sent Doug Fister and David Pauly to Detroit, Casper Wells, Charlie Furbush, and Francisco Martinez came to the Mariners. Ruffin was not with the club last year. In 2011, he was in 13 games. 1-0 record. 3.86 ERA. Another strike, 1-2. Daddy Bruce Ruffin played for the Phillies among other teams. Chance born in Philly. September of '88.
Bruce was a good pitcher. There's another breaking ball and another strikeout.
2 outs. The man aboard.
Just buries this breaking ball at 75 miles an hour in the dirt. Good 12-6 curveball.
Mike Zunino staying alive out there. Here comes Eric Wedge. He wants a left-hander to face James Loney. Top 10 hitter in the American League. Lucas Litke, one more pitch, and then he will be into this ball game. 2 outs in the 8th, man aboard, and the Mariners enjoy a 6-2 lead. Good night for the Mariners here this Saturday as James Paxton makes his major league debut, and he went 6 strong innings and left with the lead. Mariners trying to close it out here against the Tampa Bay Rays. And a new pitcher is going to be Lucas Lidke.
Well, 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Lucas will take over. 27 appearances on the year for Lucas. 23 strikeouts, 12 walks. Pitched 31 innings for the Mariners this year. We'll face the first baseman for the Rays, James Loney. Loney tonight 1 for 3 in the game. Had a base hit his first time up.
Two outs with Longoria at first to get a leadoff single against Chance Ruffin. Ruffin then struck out Young and Myers. Strike one. From Lidke. Ground ball. Franklin is right there. 2 pitches. Lucas Lidke gets the job done. Home 8th coming up for the Mariners. Smoke, Saunders, and Zunino will swing the bats. Bottom 8, Mariners lead at 6-2. Let's take a look at our money tree in time play. And Mr. Almonte got down the bunt.
Safety squeeze. Nick Franklin comes in to score. Almonte ends up getting a base hit and an RBI out of that. Had a good night. Seen a lot of that from the Mariners over the first 2 games against the Rays. Running, bunting, manufacturing some runs. Good to see. The new pitcher for the Rays. Cesar Ramos will take over for him. You get Smoke, Saunders, and Zunino here. Take a look at the numbers for Ramos. 41 appearances, 4.63 ERA, 39 strikeouts, 18 walks. He's given up 4 home runs this year. Justin Smoke, his 16th home run of the game, or of the year, came in the game in the 2nd inning. Opposite field home run, hitting left hand. Still looking for his first home run, hitting right handed. Maybe this will be an opportunity for him.
Ramos, the 5th pitcher used tonight by the Rays and Joe Maddon. Ball 1 from Ramos, who's been with San Diego. With the Padres in 09 and 10, came to the Rays in 2011. Get over, yes it does. Gets over. Escobar's hit for a broken bat. Single for Smoke, his 2nd hit tonight, 2 for 4.
Ramos throws him a changeup. right on the outside corner, but Justin stays with it just long enough. Probably breaks his bat, hitting it off the end of the bat. Soft line drive into left.
Michael Saunders having a good night. He's 2 for 3. Got an RBI double back in the 6th. In tight to Michael Saunders. Saunders 0 for 2 against Ramos.
Danny Farquhar getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Breaking ball up high, 2-0. Mariners get a run in the first, a run in the second, a run in the third, 1 in the 5th, and 2 in the 6th. As Danny heats up, he'll face the bottom third of the order for Tampa Bay. Morales has driven in 2 runs with a single and a home run for Smoke. RBI double for Saunders. Nick Franklin an RBI double. You saw the Almonte RBI on the safety squeeze.
And a good night up and down the lineup for the Mariners. Guys checking in with hits and RBIs, runs scored. Good night. Michael in a good count, 3-1 for him. He can get a fastball that he can handle.
Mariners have banged out 11 hits, 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 2-5-1 for Tampa Bay. And he'll take ball 4. First 2 men have reached. Sets up for Mike Zunino. He had a ball hard to left for a base hit. Came around and scored on the Nick Franklin double. Good spot here for Mike. Nobody out, 2 on. 2 ball 1.
One of the few times we've seen the Rays defense was playing straight up. That shifts on all night.
1-1 to Mike. Out play. Couple of sacrifices tonight by the Mariners. Almonte got one. Miller got a sacrifice down. A stolen base by Almonte. We mentioned the home runs by Morales and Smoke. RBI doubles by Saunders and Franklin. Good night. 1-2. Slow breaking ball gets him looking.
Mariners now 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Franklin. A couple of doubles, 1 for an RBI, 2 for 3 on the night.
He also took Justin Smoke knee to the back of the head. A little dying fly ball out towards right field. They both went to go try to catch it. Justin ended up kneeing him in the back of the head, knocked him around a little bit.
back in the 6th off the bat of Will Myers. Stayed down for a while. A little scary. One zero. Inning started with Smoke getting a base hit to left. That's former Mariner right there, Josh Lukey. Smoke a base hit. Saunders walked, a strikeout, looking for Zunino. One at 2 to Nick.
Too many breaking balls from Ramos. He threw one to Zunino to strike him out, but he's basically gone with a fastball at 92 miles an hour and a changeup.
Two on, 1 out, 1-2 pitch. Two to Nick. Overton does a good job. 2-2. 2-hit night for Smoke. 2 for 4 with an RBI. Smoke with a big 2-run double last night in the 8th. Proved to be the winning margin. 6-4 win. 2-2. Full count now.
Something else the Mariners have done over the last couple of days is made the Rays pitching work. Not just the starters, but even the guys out of their bullpen. It seems that they all have to throw a bunch of pitches just to get through an inning. It's a good sign for the Mariners offense.
Payoff to Franklin. Swing and a miss. 2 outs.
Oh, 3-2. Nick thought he was going to get the fastball, and instead it's a changeup down. Swings over the top of it. Good changeup by Ramos. Bring up Brad Miller. Brad's over 3. He has scored a run. Scored a run in the first inning. Reached on an error and scored.
Ball, slow roll. Hit the Zobrist, and that'll do it for the Mariners. They strand a couple in the 8th to the 9th. Danny Farquhar will be coming on at 6-2 Mariners. 6-2. Mariners in charge. Top of the ninth. 3 outs to go. And they bring in their closer, Danny Farquhar.
Not a save opportunity for Danny, but he has 13 saves on the year. 38 appearances. 48 and a third. 71 strikeouts for Danny. Opponent's hitting 220 off of him. Good fastball, 95, 96 miles an hour. We'll use a cutter at about 91. And a curveball. Curveball, 12-6 curveball, about 78 miles an hour.
Think back to spring training. This is not what you envisioned. Figured maybe he makes the ball club. You'd see him at some point, but I tell you, he's done a nice job.
And they've needed him to.
Oh.
He'll pitch 7, 8, 9. David DeJesus, veteran, will lead off.
DeJesus entered the ball game as a pinch hitter back in the 7th inning. Walked and was stranded. Strike 1 from Danny Farquhar. Ball 1 from Danny, 1-1. Veteran DeJesus making Danny wait. Danny likes to just get it and go. Slice foul.
Good fastball at 95 miles an hour.
Ball 2 strikes. Hit foul. We'll wrap up this series tomorrow. Erasmo Ramirez against Matt Moores, just back from the DL. Moore having a great year, 14-3 with a 3.41. Erasmo Ramirez has been successful, 5-1, a 5.07. Swing and a miss. DeJesus is gone. 1 out here in the 9th.
Good curveball from Danny. Talking to Carl Willis, this is the pitch that he wants him to use more often, but he puts him away with a curveball down out of the strike zone. There's the 12-6 action on it. Chance Ruffin pitched well. Couple of strikeouts for him.
2/3 of an inning, 1 hit with the 2 Ks. There's Jose Lobaton, the catcher. Looks at ball 1, Jose today. 0 for 2 with a walk. They get 3 in. Well, James Paxton, there he is with the beard. First major league start. 6 very strong innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. And he threw, let's see, 11 ground ball outs.
That's impressive. Topped out at 98 miles an hour with his fastball. Showed a good curveball tonight.
3-1. Lobaton draws a walk.
His second walk of the night.
Family and friends coming down from British Columbia. Lander, BC, for James Paxton. So, good time tonight. Good for him. Yunel Escobar, the shortstop, 2 ground outs and a fly, 0 for 3.
Fastball rides up high.
Luke Scott has come out on deck. He's going to pinch hit for Jennings.
Luke Scott's been a Mariner nemesis during his career. Backhand Miller to Franklin, over to Smoke for the double play, and that's the ball game. 6-2 win for the Mariners. They take the series. James Paxton, a winner in his major league debut. You got home runs from Morales and Smoke, RBIs from Saunders and Franklin and Almonte. Good night overall for the Mariners.
Congratulations to Paxton getting his first major league win, and the Mariners offensively doing a lot of things well in this series so far. Stealing some bases. We see the sacrifice bunting, but more importantly, coming up with some big hits when they need to, something they struggled with a little bit on the road trip. So good to see them turn things around and win the first 2 games of this series.
Back-to-back wins for the Mariners, and the agony for the Rays now. They are now 2-7 on this road trip.